Sociology studies groups. Now, our topic today is going to be in relation to groups. It is the theory of group formation. Theory is a body of knowledge which is developed scientifically, and it is used to describe or explain social phenomena. And the group formation is one of the social phenomena. There are three theories so far which explain why people form groups. The first theory is the balancing theory. This theory was developed in 1946 by Theodore Newcomb and Fraser Hayden. According to the balance theory, individual forms groups on the basis of the similar attitude or the similarity or the commonness that they have between them. That commonness or similarity can also attribute or contribute for those people with similar or common features also to have a similar goal, because people come into group not just for the sake of it, they come into group to achieve or meet a certain common goal. So if people have similar attitude, common understanding, they exist in the same area or they have the same characteristics, so those are likely to form a group to meet the common desired goal. So this situation is well captured by the balancing theory. And the balance theory also explains why the group attempt to survive. Members of the group, in their group, attempt to survive. And the balance between attraction and common attitude, which is now the attraction and the common attitude makes the group to survive. The second theory which explains why people form groups is the exchange theory. This exchange theory was developed by Talbot and Carey. And according to the exchange theory, individuals weigh or consider or analyze what they are going to gain in exchange of what they are going to give when they come into a group. They also analyzes the risk that they are going to expose themselves to when they consider forming a group with other individuals. So the group formation is actually, according to the exchange theory, is the interplay of benefit and the risk. So it depends which one is higher. If the risk is higher, then somebody will say, I'm not going to be a member of this group, and that group is not going to be formed. Another interplay is the issue of value benefit and the cost. I'm going to form into a group. Okay, what is going to be the cost on my site versus the group, and what is going to be the cost, the benefit that I'm going to get if I join the group. So this interplay of cost and the benefit and the risk, and benefit and the cost is very important, because it's determining whether they want to continue to be a member of the group, and you cannot know it at the beginning, because at the end of in the course of time, once you are a member of the group, then you start to weigh. At the beginning you don't see it, but later on you could see, okay, I think this has become too much, or it's normal, or it's beneficial. So if the answer is beneficial, if the answer is normal, then the group will still continue, and the one individual will remain to be a member of the group. But if at the end in the course of the time, once you are a member of the group, then you start to analyze whether to continue to be a member or not. So this exchange theory is not very useful or relevant to analyze why the group form, but it's also very important to analyze why people leave the group after they have joined the group. Because we see in any group, there is a process of give and take, which is very clear. So if the take is higher, if the group take more than what you think you can give, then you don't remain there. And if you expect to take more from the group, then you join the group. So, and another aspect which is analyzed and explained by the exchange theory is the fact that always there is no equality. It's not all the time is equal. You are in an equal position, but sometimes the group remain. People join it to be in the group, and they remain in the group, not because of the equality, but sometimes of consensus. You can know that you are giving too much, but for the sake of it, you remain in the group. You can know that you are gaining too much, and for the sake of it, you don't leave the group because of the other factors which are around. So generally, this exchange theory is actually concerned with the analysis of what actually a person gets and what he loses once he joins a group. And once in the group, it's also helpful to analyze why a person leaves the group or remaining in the group. It also determining the future, that the past, of course, within the exchange theory, the past determined so with the experience about the past, and whether it's personal experience or others' experience will determine the present and the future. So according to another importance of the exchange theory in relation to group formations, it examines the terrain of group membership. When people joining in the group, normally the terrain is divided into two stages. The first stage is the honeymoon stage. In the honeymoon stage, Um, at the beginning, everything is equal. The cost and the risk of exchange is ignored. It's not put into consideration or it's overlooked. The high cost of being a member of a group or being into a relationship is also ignored. And the benefit that a person gets by being a member is often very exaggerated. So you take, you get that, you get that, you get that, you get that. And then sometimes you just give, and then you don't consider, you overlook other aspects of the relationship. But at the later stage, then a member of a group started to evaluate. He started to examine benefit versus risk, or benefit versus cost. So, as a result of the analysis and the evaluations, which is more likely not to end up into exit from the group, an individual will do the recalibrations. You start to you do adjustment. A member do adjustment to, so where if he was giving more, he started to reduce what he's giving and expect to gain more. So if that still does not solve his problem, he still feels he's giving more than he gets, then he leaves the group, and eventually, at the end of the day, he found the alternative. So you find the alternative, and that means you leave the group, or you leave the relationship. So the exchange theory is also, in that regard, is very important to analyze the benefit of whether, or the benefit of being a member of the group, or the benefit of leaving the group or remaining in the group. So it's a very important theory that is very relevant to understanding why people join the group, why they remain in the group, and why they sometimes leave the group, or why they sometimes re-evaluate and do adjustment to adapt to the new situation. Another theory is the propinquity theory. Propi means near, and that means this theory explains that group formation is sometimes a result of ecological, geographical. That people who live together, people who live in the neighborhood, they are likely to form a group. And that is common because we have got groups at the place of work, or groups at a place where members do the same activity in the same geographical location. Group formation based on the neighborhood, or let's say, for example, that is common in Tanzania, where people from the certain ethnic group who are living away from their original geographical area, they form a group based on their ethnicity, where they live, and that is because what can explain that is the propinquity theory. So if you share the common area, common working place, common place of origin, then you are more likely to form the group. on that basis. So this is attributed to the propinquity theory, or the near theory is attributed to Rion Freezer, Stanley Chatter, and Kurt Buck, and they developed that theory in the 1950s. The fourth theory that explains the formation of the group and why people remain in the group, or if the group, is the Hohmann theory. This theory was developed by George Homans, and it was published, I think, in 1951 or in the 50s. And according to Homans' theory, that people who share certain activities or share sentiment tend to develop interaction, and they may end up with a group formation. That you are all teachers, or you are all street hawkers, or you are all dara operators, or you are all boda operators, you are all sociologists. Then you form the group based on the activities that you are doing. So, and once a person leaves that activities for one reason or another, then he can join the other group, which fits with the activities he is or she is doing. So with the four theories that we've seen, the balance theory, the exchange theory, and propinquity and the Hohmann theory, then sociologists have a scientific tool to try to understand, describe, and explain why individuals joining groups, and why individuals sometimes remain in the group or sometimes leave the group. They are also very important to explain why sometimes members of the group will readjust because of the analysis that they have done to balance between the exchange, what they are giving and what they are gaining as member of a specific group. Thank you for listening, and please don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment in the comment section. Thank you very much.